First thing, Gareth, can I ask you, I always know you as kind of a clean cut, you know, the big beard's going on, a bit more hair than usual. Is there a reason for that, or just a change of image?
There's no real reason for it. I haven't actually cut my hair since the final last year. To be honest with you, it's finding time to go and do it at the minute. Phil Dolman's wife Laura is my hairdresser, and she's quite busy with a testimonial there, so that's probably one of the reasons I haven't had time to get out there.
A bit of a jokey start to it, but you know, the fact is, it's not been a joke of a start to the season. It's been a great start to the season, hasn't it? And you go into this game against Munster really kind of flying on all fronts.
Yeah, no, we're going very well. Obviously, it's been a good start for us. Something we targeted, and we know we haven't been we haven't performed in every single game the way we'd like. We'd like to get a full 80-minute performance in there if we can. And there's been a few games where we've probably let our standards slip. But to be sitting in the position we are is very exciting, and it's definitely something we're looking forward to this weekend.
You know, you've been at the Chiefs, you know, longer than most. You've been a veteran of every European campaign, I would guess, since the club were promoted. It seems that whilst the Chiefs have had some exceptional success domestically, the European success bar, you know, a Challenge Cup quarter-final away at Stade, and that very, very close loss a couple of years ago against Wasps, it's never really happened for the Chiefs in Europe. Can you put your finger on why?
I think it's basically we've maybe had a bit of a mental shift with the whole thing, really. First of all, whenever we got into the competition, it was about getting better. That's what we were about initially. We wanted to be a better team, and then when we got into the Heineken Cup, it was a learning experience because it was the first time the club had been there. A lot of guys had never played at that level either, so it was very much we want to be a better team coming out the other side. I'd say last year was really the first year we were a bit disappointed with how we performed, but I think we probably learned some great lessons before we played Leinster, because we were going really well in the Premiership at that point, and then we kind of rolled into it, and to come up against the team we eventually won it. We probably got a few lessons there on how not to do it, but again we went over to Dublin and had put in a really good performance over there, so it shows that we could turn it around and we could compete with the best. So it probably stood us in good stead for the rest of last season, and it's definitely given us something to talk about this week that we don't really want to. We've obviously been in really good form in the Premiership, but we know now we've got to knuckle down, and the intensity levels are going to go up. Is it an intensity level change when you go into Champions Cup rugby, or is it a different change the way the game is played? Is it a mindset change? What clicks? I think it's, yes, there's obviously the intensity levels. You're coming up against opposition you don't get to play against very regular. And we know that we're up against a team that's got some good pedigree in the competition, but we feel we're in a really good position now. Like I said, we've got some good learnings out of last season, and we're confident with the squad that we have now. The training's been really good. We've had a real good bite about the whole thing, and you know, even the guys who are in the non-23 this week have trained really, really well, which has set us up really good. So yeah, we're very excited about the competition now. You've played Munster relatively recently in pre-season. People always say don't draw too much into pre-season results maybe, but do you feel the fact that you have got a victory over them, and you will have faced some of those players, admittedly not all of them, you know, their Irish internationals weren't playing for example, do you feel that that gives you a bit of an edge, that you know maybe kind of what to expect? So you know, it's a pre-season game. At that point we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to get match minutes, and we're all trying to get ourselves ready for the, you know, the bigger competition, which is probably down the line the next week. So, but ultimately, yes, we have now seen a couple of those guys, but the personnel will change. Personnel will change with us as well. We're obviously 6 weeks into the competitions of our relative leagues, so we're obviously in different places we were 6 weeks ago, and we're very aware, like, you know, Munster rugby will pride themselves in this competition, as most Irish provinces do, and they'll be coming. This will be their biggest focus for probably the last time since we played these guys, you know, so we know we've got to be really up for it, and we're very excited the fact that we've got them at home to start off with. And I guess that whenever we play an Irish side, you know, there's always a focus on Exeter's Irish players, and clearly you're one of them. Do you get a bit of an extra buzz when you're playing against an Irish side? Because, you know, whether it's Ulster as you have done in the past, or obviously your former club, or former rivals? Yeah, of course I do. You know, some of these guys I got to play with, and not so much now because I'm getting a little bit older, but definitely in the past you got to play against guys that I grew up with. And there'll be a few familiar faces I'll see at the weekend, but yeah, it is always nice whenever you get an opportunity to put one over on them. But you know, I've been away for now, I think it's my 13th year in England now, so I don't really know if there's that sort of feel now about the whole the whole Irish connection a little bit. You know, I've been here so long, I'm probably more on the English side.
Although from an extra point of view, with that bar, you're very much Irish with the new pub.
Yes, no, very much so. So whenever it opens up, you'll definitely be up singing and dancing and late into the evening there.
Obviously not the day before a game though.
No, definitely not. Not me anyway, personally.